Hello, my name is Shaylee, and what in the hell is going on in the world right now? I am so bored because I live alone. I'm alone in my apartment, and so today I just decided to play dress up and do my makeup. And I've been on YouTube a lot lately, watching videos on birth charts and stuff like that, which I find to be very interesting. Something to buy the time because I don't really like to watch TV. And one of the videos I watched, one of the guys was like, "So, who started videos and this and that?" And I was like, "Well, I am pretty dang bored, and talking to a computer is better than talking to the walls." So, I don't really know. I didn't really think too much about what I would talk about or whatnot, but I mean, I have lots of thoughts in my head as far as what is going on with this world right now. Personally, for me, I won't talk too much about the coronavirus because I've not educated myself enough to talk about it in a manner of facts or whatnot. What I will say is, I don't think that the virus is going to be necessarily the problem. I think that people and the way that people are acting and the greed and the selfishness is going to be the problem. And it just makes me very sad. I truly believe 90% of people would shut their doors on their neighbors if their neighbor needed help. Like, what is the world doing? And people are so concerned about buying all of the toilet paper, laundry detergent. I mean, it's just, why? If there's gonna be, I mean, I don't get it. Okay, I don't know. I mean, I like toilet paper. Don't get me wrong, but that's not gonna be. That's the last thing on my mind if it gets to where I can't go buy something or find something to use. I suppose though my guess would be, I mean, different people find different comfort in different things, and it's maybe a form of temporary, people gaining temporary power over something to feel like they have control over something. Yeah, that's another thing I've learned in my life. The only thing we have control over, period, is ourselves. That's it. So, see, I'm just going to ramble. So if this was all for whatever reason, who knows why? There are so many conspiracy theories. I really try not to pay attention to many of them. I don't watch the news. I don't do any of that, very rarely. But I learned from talking to people, and with this that's been going on, I have read a few articles and watched the news. But if it were for something else, which we don't know, I mean, okay, so if it was like the one I heard yesterday was that a comet is going to hit Earth, and So the government did this to get people in their homes and force them to get supplies for an emergency if a comet were to hit, and then they could spend time with their families. Or I'm not sure. However, if a comet were about to hit the planet, I personally would be really pissed off that that choice was made for me. And I get, say, if this were to have any validity, I get it. I get what's behind it. You know, they don't want people to go into like mass chaos and freak out because the comet's about to hit. And oh, well, guess what? Yeah, if it is about, there's nothing we can do about it. It's called nature, people. It's called, yeah, it's scary. I mean, whatever. If it was what it was, it'd be scary. It'd be how, but I mean, why even let people know about it happening in the first place then? I don't know. It's just, yeah. If I were to pass away or die, you know, tomorrow or next week, or when I do, I most certainly do not want to spend the time right before I die in my house alone, not working, not, you know, I don't know. I don't, yeah. And I almost said, I almost worded that differently in the beginning because I was going to say, or I was something about like being forced to stay in, because I mean, really, we're not being forced to do what we're choosing to do. We're choosing to do it. We're choosing, you know, to listen to our government and to, yeah. I mean, and I get it. It is what it is. So from what I do know is that more than half of the population will get the virus. That it turns into from like a cold to pneumonia, and then drowns you, or you die from the pneumonia. I also, but that was a video I got sent today. But also, so the video I watched said it's talking about the symptoms and the stages and all of that, and then it was talking about like usually by the time you get to the point of shortness of breath and whatnot, then your lung is already what the heck is the word? First video ever. No, I'm just bored out of my mind and I have no mental stimulation, so my brain's going dead. But so your lung has already started to harden up. I can't think of the medical term at the moment. But your lungs already hardened up enough to a point where there's nothing they can do. So when I just said this out loud, actually, it makes me think about it. And has it really progressed to that point to where now it's going to start killing everyone? Or is this just a video to send out to get people scared and more scared again, since we've already been in isolation for however long it's been? And then I put a post on Facebook earlier and asked my friends. So I have about, I don't know, 900 to 1,000. I don't know. But anyways, I said, who actually knows of someone who has the virus or has had the virus? Nobody. Nobody personally knows of anyone. The mind is a Well, I don't know if the mind is making people think they're sick, because, you know, your mind can definitely do that. The mind is a very powerful tool. I don't even know. See, I don't even want to think about it, because it just makes my head hurt. And then, I mean, I only have control over myself anyways, but it's just, you know, and then honestly, I mean, for the past, 2 years or so, which, I mean, I don't want to be right. I hope I wasn't right. I mean, but, I mean, just randomly, just, you know, I tell friends all the time, like, we're going to have World War III in our lifetime. It's going to happen, you know? And then this past 7 months or so, I like to talk to people. I like to hear people's reactions. I like to. Okay, so what I did for the past like 7 or 8 months, or I mean a little bit before, but I would just randomly. I'm a waitress and a bartender also, by the way. So I love people. I love social interaction. I used to love my walls. They're starting to bore me. Anyway, so while I was at working, or just, I don't know, randomly when I was out and about, like, you know, staying in line at the grocery store or whatnot, I just started asking people, so, do you think we're going to have World War III in our lifetime? And I didn't have anybody get really pissed off at me, so that was awesome and nice. Because I definitely voiced my opinion on what I thought, whether they thought we were or not. And then, you know, I'd ask questions about, well, why don't you think so, or why do you think so, or, you know, some of the answers when I said, well, why don't you think so, is like, well, because it's just da da this and that, and even if it, and then you know, ask like thinking and wondering about America, and you know what would happen. But people would be like, no, America's number one, America's the greatest, America's, you know, undefeatable, and it's never gonna happen, because nobody would even think about messing with us in that manner. And then, so other people who agreed with me didn't always have reasons why they thought so. As I didn't, well, I honestly, I do. I'm not too sure if I should voice them or not. Well, I mean, the world has gone to shit, especially society, in my opinion. Society has been teaching detachment and selfishness and greed and just sad, you know? I don't know, but, and cockiness, and not being a team player, you know? I don't know. Also, you know, history repeats itself. So, I don't know. Who knows, you know? None of us know. None of us really know anything, really. I mean, and if you did, I'm sure you wouldn't be allowed to say anything. So, that's the other thing I think about, is like, everybody is doing what they're told. You know, quitting their, you know, like, not working, staying inside, not, you know, all the things we're told not to do. But who's really even asking questions or researching or any of those things? As far as I know, not very many people. People are just listening and doing what they're told and being, they're just doing what they're told, and being very submissive. One other thought I did have about, I don't know, and I hope somebody watches my video, or like because I would love feedback about these thoughts that bounce around in my crazy head. But another thought I had that I couldn't quite make sense of was, why would it make sense to shut down all of the bars and restaurants and places where we as humans have social gatherings? But, okay, so this is what happens. They shut down all those places. Shut down everywhere where we could or can have social gatherings. And then obviously, since we're all staying at home, it's opened up online shopping quite a bit. So, now warehouses or places that sell things online are hiring hundreds of more people to help with the higher demand, from people ordering online. And how is it safer necessarily to have hundreds of more people on a 24-hour basis working in particular warehouses versus going to eat at a restaurant? Hmm. And daycares? Daycares are still running? So you're going to tell me I can't go out and eat at a restaurant, but I can take my child to a daycare and drop my child off? I don't know. But the people, we individually, or if we could actually learn to love each other, maybe not even love, okay? We don't have to love each other. Like, no, it's not normal for everyone to like everyone else. Like, if everyone was the same, I would want to move to Pluto more. It would be so boring, There would be so not necessarily love or like, but if people could understand and realize for the most part that when you work together and you're doing it in a manner that is I don't even know what to say on that one, actually. But when you work together, things can happen. And when you actually stop fighting each other for toilet paper, then you maybe would start noticing your neighbors or the people outside or the people that are still working or so many things that, yeah. The only box I'm going to like is, well, I won't even like it because I won't be in it. My vessel, my body will be in it. I will not be. But I'm not going in any type of box until, well, my body is not going in any type, well, yeah. I'm not going in any type of box, period, until I pass away. But even after that, I guess I'm not. Because, like I said, it will just be my vessel. My spirit, my soul will not be in that box. I think there are too many boxes. I think too many people are living in boxes. And it's just sad. So, I figure, whatever, might as well make the best of it. So, I'm playing dress up. And I hardly ever wear makeup, so, but I enjoy putting makeup on, so that was fun. My walls love it as well. My walls love my makeup. But start thinking about what is really important to you And is it really toilet paper? I mean, just be. Just be. And vibrate at an energy that is the best that you can vibrate at. And not allow things to lower your energy and turn you into a person that you're not. And if you try to remember, you know, we're human. We're all still human. Whether we have money, whether we don't have money, whether we have nice cars or all of the food or 50 rolls of toilet paper, we're all still human. And we're going to kill each other. And it's really sad. When we should be sticking together and looking at the beautiful stars at night, or co-creating, or living, just living. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully I get some feedback. I'd love some ideas bounced off of what I said. I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to agree with it. However, that's the fun of conversations, is when you don't all agree. And if you can have an open mind and you have conversations where you don't all agree, then you can be educated if you actually listen to other people's viewpoints or opinions. Even though they're different than yours, that's okay. It doesn't have to change yours or theirs, but you can educate yourself and see things from other people's points of view. So, yay, happy, what day is this today? Wednesday? April Fool's Day. Oh, I forgot. What's my, oh man, April Fool's Day. Nah, I have no April Fool's Day jokes, I guess, for anyone. Nah. Yeah. Besides that, it would just have to be for my neighbors or like call a friend or something boring and lame like that anyways. So, alright, okay. I'm gonna end the video now and play dress up. Or I don't freaking know, but this is not. I'm getting restless and I'm a very patient person. It's just live, people. Remember, you are the only ones with control.